Vandana ma'am. It's completely our pleasure to have you with us today. It's so heartwarming to have
Thank
somebody.
you so much.
Yes, to have somebody with such great thoughts as a teacher to be sharing this her valuable time with us. So we are very grateful. And to before we begin, we will want to extend our heartfelt gratitude for
You're
being
welcome.
part of
You're
this.
welcome. All.
And also our heartiest congratulations to you for being awarded. And we totally believe from whatever we've read about you and whatever we've seen is that you totally are deserving of it, and very clear in your thought about what you want your students to achieve in life. We often come across a lot of teachers who emphasize on curriculum, on academic excellence, which is obviously important in its own way. But what is beautiful about your journey is that you've given so much emphasis on life skills, which which have to be instilled from a very young age in students today, because they're going to be the torch bearers of our country in the years to come. So we feel
Yes.
extremely proud to be even talking to you. And as Oswaal Books, as the team here, we totally echo every thought that you have, where you say that to develop leadership, to develop such important life skills, there have to be a lot of impetus that has to be given at school level, and that is clearly
Yes.
seen in what you've done. So, I would want to understand from you, where did this thought germinate? And I mean, how long back, and what was the whole journey like to actually get this thought into action?
Thank you so much, Swati. I'm truly humble with the introduction that you have given, your congratulatory notes. Thank you so much for that. And I'm the founder principal of the school where I'm working now. For the past 19 years, I'm working here. And as a leader, I'm working for the past 19 years, otherwise, 28 years is my experience. But what I have seen as a leader in these 19 years itself, that the world is changing. It's changing very fast. More than, I mean, today somebody called me to talk about the technology in 21st century. I said, how do I talk about technology in 21st century? Because if I divide 21st century in four parts, even then every quarter would be witnessing the kind of changes which are witnessed in one century itself. So because the world has become very dynamic like that. So during this journey, what I have seen, that academics is not enough, books are not enough, classrooms are not enough. Children need to experience, children need to be there in the real life situation. And what I have seen is that every child is unique in its own way. And what, unfortunately, the education system of India is that we have the habit of labeling our children this good children and these are the bad children because they don't score well. Even if they don't score well, they are very good at something else. So that made me think that what I'm going to do is whatever they are good at, I'm going to give them those kind of opportunities. So that is why I, started in all the direction, starting from art, humanity, business, and the sciences, innovation, creativity. So every field we are trying to touch so that whosoever is good at whatever kind of talent, we are able to catch them.
Wonderful. This is truly great to know. Um, Also, while we were reading about you and talking to you, we understood that your belief in establishing labs, which are places where there's hands down work that has to happen. So they're very interesting labs as a part of the LAKSHAY initiative, where you're giving a lot of impetus to leadership development. So tell us something about this, because this seems like a very interesting and a very unique concept. Like, let's say your innovation labs, your idea
Yeah.
factories. These are alien to the Indian education ecosystem currently. So, as a torchbearer, if I may call you that, what has been your thought and vision with this?
See, this Lakshay is a loving approach to kickstart and spotlight the hidden abilities of young minds, right?
Right.
something that I was just talking to you.
Correct.
One thing that is lacking in our children in India is the thinking skill. They don't think because we don't let them think. When they're children, when they're small, they think. They ask us many questions, but when they come to the school, when they grow old, we start snapping them.
Correct.
So what I thought that they should be thinking whatever they want to think. At least they should apply their brain, their own brain. So we started with this idea factory. It is, in fact, Japanese art. They call it as chindogu. In this, what we do every day in the morning from the assembly, not every day, every week from the morning assembly, we give them one problem, any problem, which is actually a practical problem existing in the society, and we tell them to find some funny solutions to that, some impractical, not the practical. They're so small, they cannot, maybe think about that. Why impractical? So that the others, they don't make fun of them. They know it, that it has to be a funny one. I mean, it's not something which is going to give them marks or something like that. So it's a kind of brain twister. So we started with that. But then what we found, we started getting very good responses also.
Wow.
So from there, we started picking them. And that was where we are spotting that hidden talent. And then we got to know it's not only about the innovation or coding or creative, it's about dancing also. It's about bringing the innovation in the music also. Like we want to do this particular rap, like for on road safety, we want to do, I mean, on some social issues like that. So it's actually not what we are doing. We are just giving them the opportunities. The children themselves are coming with that.
Wonderful. So you're breeding thinkers, not just learners, which is so
Yes.
enriching and enlightening. This is wonderful, Vandna ma'am. This also leads to our next question, which is that you also seem to be very passionate about women empowerment, and there's also this initiative that you started, which is called eCare, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you also tell us a little about that?
So We Care is actually women empowerment to connect and assist to resume earning. In fact, we are having many community outreach programs. There are so many. I mean, every school is doing that. But what we found during pandemic, it was happening that there were so many parents who were not able to pay the fee. So we tried to reach to the depth and got to know that the fathers, they lost the job. Mothers were housewives. So we called a few housewives. We asked them, what can you do? Some of them, they were good at repairing the clothes, stitching, otherwise pickle making, baking, or so many things. So I have around 170 teachers in my school. So initially what we did, we started giving them some work. Instead of, waiving off their fee and all, we said, no, you pay your fee, but you earn for that. So we started with that, and suddenly then we realized that it was, it was a very, very small thought, but it went on very, very well. And then other parents also started approaching us. And it's not only then through the teacher, then teachers through their other connects also, they started connecting them with others also. And right now, we have so many testimonies that they are actually earning well, not only paying the fee, supporting their family.
This is incredible. This is so nice to know. Wonderful. Wonderful. So there'll be a lot of teachers who will be watching your your interview. So what would you want to tell teachers across the country? What message would you want to get to them?
Yes, I think the most important message I would like to give to the teachers, because teachers have 40% impact on students' learning or the overall growth, which is the maximum. Any other parameter would be having lesser than that. Everybody knows that. So I would request them that when you did your degrees, you did your B.Ed or M.Ed, you have so many certificates, you got this, you got this job because of those qualifications.
Correct.
But don't think that it's over. Now you are a teacher, now you are a teacher, and you can, throughout your life, you can carry on with your profession with those degrees only. No, not at all. As I said, the world is changing. The change has to come to the schools. If the change has to come to the schools, it is to be brought by the teachers only. And how would it happen if they don't learn? So they will have to be the lifelong learners. That's something very, very important I would like to say.
Wonderful. And
all across.
also, yes, and also there's this bunch of students who would be watching you and would be inspired by you. So what messages would you want to give out to students who may not be very bright, who may not be very
Yes.
motivated to study or to kind of get involved in curricular activity? There's every genre. So
Yeah.
what would be your nuggets of wisdom for them?
I would say that students today are very talented. In fact, they are digital natives who are the doctors of our smartphones at home. Our children are the only ones who would fix any kind of problem in any kind of gadgets because they are the digital. Technology is a little new to us, but not at all to them. So, my message to them is channelize your energies because technology in future, almost all kind of jobs would need technology. So I would tell them to channelize their energies in a productive manner.
Correct.
Although in technology field itself.
Wonderful. So you're saying that they should grasp the change around them and try and channelize and move forward in whatever direction is conducive. Correct. My last question, ma'am, will be that like you said, you're breeding thinkers and not just learners. And a very important part to create thinkers or to become thinkers ourselves is to read.
Yes.
So
sure.
Yes, so we would want to ask you, ma'am, what are those few books, let's say 3 top books that you would recommend each and every student to read? They could be curriculum based or they could be general, they could be fiction, they could be anything.
So if you are asking about students, so I would say that first of all, the first book which I have actually recently read, and in fact there is a course on Coursera also, and I did that course also. It is Learning How to Learn, which is very important for the students. It is written by Barbara Oakley, and the Coursera course is also being done by her, and it's a wonderful course. Actually, it tells you how can you learn. And especially the difficult concepts of mathematics and sciences. So that's a wonderful book. Then there is one more book, which is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I'm sure, Stephen, I'm sure everybody must have read that. There is another book that I really like is Do Not Sweat the Small Stuff. And it's all small stuff. I think you must definitely have read. It's basically about we keep bothering about small things. We should not. Everything. I mean, we all are the speck of dust in this world. So we should not be. Otherwise, if this is for the students, one more book which I would like to recommend to everybody is I'm actually a big fan of Rhonda Byrne. Secret, Magic, and Power. I mean, whatever they can read, at least secret everybody should read. Correct. So that's
the power of gratitude and the
gratitude.
Power of manifestation.
Yes,
manifestation and positivity.
Manifestation, positive, yes.
Correct. So true, ma'am. Absolutely. So wonderful. I think it's been totally enriching talking to you, Vandna, ma'am. I wish this could go on longer, but I'm sure for time, I'm sure you're very busy. And as Oswaal Books, we absolutely honor each and every teacher because you people are, the makers of the youth of tomorrow, and you are the ones who are making the children who they are. And if there are teachers with such wonderful thoughts as yours, I'm sure we are in for some amazing leaders that are going to shape the world tomorrow, not just our country, but the world. And thank you so much for your precious time. And I again congratulate you, and I wish you all the best for all these wonderful initiatives that you and your school are conducting. And if at all, Oswaal Books can be of any help, if Oswaal Books can be instrumental in realizing any of your dreams, we will be the most happiest. So we'll be in touch.
Thank you so much, Swati. It was indeed an honor to be a part of your program. Thank you so much, and good luck to the Oswaal Books also. Thank you. So I've seen some of your books are actually excellent. The way you were talking about, it resonates with whatever our hearts. That's true.
Totally humble. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.